Hey everyone, Morgan here. So first of all, I do hope that you're staying safe and healthy and prepared, whether it's natural disasters, this pandemic, or what has been striking up lately, the riots that have swept across the US swiftly and fiercely. They've turned from peaceful protests into rioting and looting that has happened all over the US. This is not fear-mongering, this is fact. Now, I'm all for peaceful protests. I think that we need to peacefully protest and have our voices heard. But now I think it's all come to a head. People are frustrated. People have been on lockdown for a couple months to hide away from a virus. Then we have a massive unemployment, depression, suicides. I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories in this video, but let's focus on how we can stay safe and secure during these uncertain times of rioting and looting. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to my subscribers who offered great tips and advice about how to handle riots and looters, and I'm going to be peppering in their advice along with my own advice and my notes to give you guys the best information in order to handle these riots and looting that's happening. Take these lessons and make sure that you're applying them to any future rioting or looting, because this isn't the first time we've ever had riots or looting. This has happened before. Plenty of times, and so we need to be prepared for it. First of all, steer clear of large cities. This is where these things are happening, in downtown metropolitan, very large cities. San Antonio, Dallas, Seattle. Now, has it spread a little bit outside of like the downtown areas? It has in some instances, though they really are mostly focusing on downtown areas. Does that mean that it couldn't spread? Absolutely not. And regardless whether you live in the city, the suburbs, the country, it doesn't matter. You need to be prepared and stay away from the larger cities. However, if you do live in a major city, stay home. Keep everything locked. Keep all your security and defenses on high alert at this time. Make sure that you are paying very close attention to what is happening in your city. To the news, to the ham radio, to any resources and local social media, any eyewitness accounts that you can actually see of things happening. Keep an eye on those things. While these things are mostly happening at night, that doesn't mean that it couldn't happen during the day, and it doesn't mean that it couldn't, spread. If you're having to go to work or go grocery shopping or anything like that, you're having to leave your home for some reason or another. A couple things to keep in mind. If you must go to work or the grocery store, you must leave your house for one reason or another. I want you to make sure that you're taking extra precautions. Up that situational awareness, stay off the phone. I just did a situational awareness series. If you haven't seen it, go back a few videos and check out my entire situational awareness series, and really stay in red alert when you are out and about, especially if you have to work in a downtown area. And if you are having to work in a downtown area, ask your boss if you can work from home or just call in, because honestly, at some point you have to ask yourself, how important is my job over my life? If looters come to your place of work, if you're having to work at night, hopefully, your boss is closing at night, right? But you just never know. You have to look out for you and yourself. Park your car where you can easily get out. That means try to avoid parking garages, big parking lots where you're being real blocked in. Try to park in places in which you're not going to be blocked in. Keep your items as close to you as possible. If you wear a backpack or a purse or anything like that, make sure that all straps are tightly secured and you have it tightly secured to your body. Your strap is over your shoulder. If your purse, you're holding on to it, physically holding on to it, okay? You're not just letting it fly off into the wind. You're not keeping one sling of the backpack on, right? You're keeping it securely to your body so that nobody can just come and yank it away from you. This might be tough, but in these times of uncertainty, especially if you're going out to just peacefully protest, leave the kids at home. I can't believe how many times I've seen kids at these protests, even when they know that rioting and looting is going to happen or could happen, keep your kids at home. And as I said in a previous video, make sure you're paying attention to information, news sources, social media, especially local social media of of eyewitness accounts of people actually seeing these things happen firsthand, okay? You don't have to pay attention to mainstream media, but you have to get information from somewhere. It's ham radio of your local, of your local area. It's friends, family, it's your neighborhood, it's your community, it's however you're getting that information. Make sure that you are continually getting a good new stream, constant stream of information flowing in. And as I said in yesterday's video, check your preps. Make sure that everything is ready to go. Your car is ready to go in case you see that you may have to physically leave the location. Make sure that all your bags are ready to go. Your EDC is all packed up and ready to go. Your get home bag, all of your gear, and also make sure that all of your plans are ready to go as well. You have to have some sort of plan in action. Okay, what is the threshold? When is it going to be so bad that we have to leave our home? And you got to make sure that you're not going to be barricaded by any police barricades or anything like that. And if you are, you need to find alternative routes, whether by foot, bike, if you can't travel by vehicle. So really keep those things seriously in mind. If you can't leave, you're going to have to stay and up your security and safety another way, okay? So just keep those things in mind. Keep a basic first aid kit or a more advanced trauma kit with you if you are ever going to leave your home. There have been a lot of need for civilians having first aid kits and trauma kits available to them to help others around them, okay? And don't be that person who just watches somebody bleed out on the street. Go and help them, with your basic first aid and trauma skills. Arm yourself. It doesn't have to be with a firearm, though I highly suggest a firearm. If you are going out into the city, arm yourself. You don't have to, like I said, with a firearm, but let's keep one thing in mind. You are your own protector, okay? I would advise not carrying a machete or a sword or anything like that. We've seen a firsthand video of how that went very bad for somebody who was wielding a sword, and protesters literally gang rushed him and really, really injured him very badly. We need that great equalizer, but really the greatest equalizer in all this is avoidance, okay? Try not to go into the depths of the crowd and the rioting and looting, right? But again, do not rely on anyone to come and help you. It doesn't matter who it is that you're relying on, your neighbor, your friend, your husband, it doesn't matter. You are the only one who is responsible for your own safety and then the safety of your children. The police can't even control the riots and looting. What makes you think that they're going to come help you? The last bit of information I want to give is to wait, watch, and listen. This all boils down to simply watching what's going on, listening to information that's being provided to you, and then making assessments based on that information. So, like I was saying earlier, how do you know that it's not gonna come to your suburban area, your country home, or whatever it is? You don't. That's why you pay close attention and you make sure that you're ready for whoever comes. This is not a time to just be like, whatever, it's gonna blow over eventually. I'm just gonna hang out and just be loosey-goosey about this. Take this very seriously, because while these looters, they may not all be armed and they may not want to do damage to other people, they may just want to do damage to buildings and burn the city down for whatever reason, but that doesn't mean that they can't reach that point. They have hurt people. There have been rioters and looters who have physically harmed other people. So we want to be ever vigilant in this time, and really, if you can, stay away from superpopulated areas, or at the very least, especially if you live in a superpopulated area, stay home. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all remain safe, healthy, prepared. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.